Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Stout time. We're going to take a break from hoppy beers and we are going to review a stout. Why? Because it is KBS season, and for the first time that I think I can remember, I found KBS in San Diego. I've always had to trade for this beer. And I walked into a local bottle shop and there wasn't a 4-pack. So this is the 2018 vintage of the highly acclaimed, per the label, KBS. It says a flavored stout. Ale brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. I will say, so a 4-pack of this was $24 for me, so figure $6 a bottle. I don't know if that's typical pricing, but their label is sort of like, it just looks like cheap photoshopping. I know that doesn't really matter. It's like this paper and like the text is kind of blurry. It's whatever. 2018 vintage is 12.3%. Is that right? They're printing white, like it's this tiny white writing. Yeah, 12.3% alcohol by volume. I reviewed KBS a couple years ago. I don't drink, I have KBS. I don't drink a whole lot of it, but figured I would review this. Why not? Mix in a stout in April. Usually we drink stouts in December, so there you go. It's kind of light pouring it. It's not quite like that cola, but it's that brownish hue. I just washed that glass. Whatever. I don't care anymore. There's bubbles on the glass after I wash it. That's the way it goes. Actually, they just went away. So, I mean, it wasn't quite cola, but it wasn't pitch black pouring it, but it's pitch black in the glass. A good finger of like this mocha kind of khaki head. It's super packed, tiny bubbles. It's pretty kind of like frothy in the middle if you can see those big bubbles, but it looks like a stout in the glass. 12%. Let's see. Come on, swirl. Why don't you want to swirl? There we go. Let's see if this will work with a big ass head that's there. Yeah, there's alcohol legs kind of streaking down, but it looks good. Looks like a stout. It looks like KBS. So I'm actually like, I'm looking forward to drinking this right now. We've reviewed so many hoppy beers in a row. This will probably smell and taste completely different than obviously anything that we've drank. So this might be a good kind of like nose and palate reset, right? I don't know. Is KBS still like a hyped beer? Is this still a big deal? I mean, it's in San Diego now, so it's everywhere. It's a shelf beer for me. I just walked in, there was like 5 or 6 4-packs sitting there, like nobody cared. Is that like, I don't know, was that a new thing? Is this still something that people are seeking out? You guys tell me. Let's smell it. There's actually a good amount, like it doesn't smell hot, but there's a good amount of bourbon in here. A lot of, it's like this oaky kind of woody thing. There's a little bit, like it says coffee and chocolate, so I mean, honestly, smelling this, I don't smell a whole lot of coffee. There's like that powdery kind of baker's chocolate to me. It doesn't smell like milk chocolate. It doesn't smell fudgy. It's that kind of powdery baker's cocoa, and just there's a shitload of woodiness. It's woody and it's got like that kind of bourbon thing. It's not hot. It doesn't smell hot bourbon, but it's got like that. I don't even know how to describe that. I'm not like the biggest stout drinker, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a little bit of like vanilla in there, and even like just this small kind of like, it's not coconut, but it's kind of like that macadamia thing. But yeah, it's so oaky. There's like, it just it's crazy. It smells like barrels. I'm actually interested to see what this tastes like, so let's go and taste it. Cheers. Yeah, it's like having a toothpick in your mouth. It's super oaky, woody. And there's a good amount of like this bourbon vanilla sweetness. Not like crazy vanilla, but it's that bourbon kind of vanilla thing. Like I just told you guys, I've drank 3,000 IPAs in a row. This doesn't taste chocolatey, and it doesn't taste like coffee. It tastes like this like roasted kind of malts. I don't want to, I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm really let down, but I'm kind of let down by this beer right now. I want it to be like this fudgy kind of like chocolate bomb, and it's not. Flavored stout is good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. I don't know what that means. Back to this beer though. There's so much barrel to it. It's overwhelmingly woody, oaky, and there's this like bourbon kind of, it's not booziness, but it's this bourbon note on the finish of that. It kind of overtakes like that. There was that powdery kind of baker's chocolate on the nose. It kind of overtakes that. And there's no way if you gave this to someone blind, they'd be like, oh yeah, there's coffee in that. There's plenty of roast from like the malts, but it's not that coffee flavor. The mouthfeel on this, I don't want to say it's thin, but it's like that medium minus kind of mouthfeel. I don't know. Maybe maybe I've been fortunate enough to drink like these crazy whaley stouts, mainly because of Nathan, to where something like this isn't, what's the word? I don't want to say it's not special anymore, but it's just not. I mean, this is a barrel-aged stout, I guess, to me now. This used to be a beer that I really, really tried to like seek out, and I traded for. That's not to say it's not good. It's just, I guess, I mean, it's in 2018, is KBS still like a crazy world-class barrel-aged stout for me? No. It's good. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I'm sure people will hate me saying that. I think this is really good. It's just not something, I mean, like I said, I paid $24 for a 4-pack of this. If after drinking this, would I pay that again? No. That store will probably have that sit there for months and months and months, and I won't go back and get more of it. I mean, it's an enjoyable stout. It's just the 2018 vintage as it sits right now. When was this bottled? March 12th. So it's been in the bottle almost a month. I don't know if that, like, it's just so intensely woody on my tongue. I don't know if that'll mellow out. I have no idea. I'll probably let the rest of the 3 other bottles just sit in my fridge forever. I'll forget about them. Like maybe I'll come back in like 2025 and drink them. I don't know. It's fine though. I mean, this for me, it's like a 91. This used to be like that 96, 97, 98 level, but I don't know. There's just something about this that's just, I don't want to say it's boring because that's the wrong word to use, but it's just, I don't know. It's fine. It's good. 91, I mean, it's still an A-. I wish there was more chocolate on the taste of this. There's no coffee. I wish there was more coffee. It's just so intensely, like I said, intensely woody, oaky, whatever. There's a good amount of vanilla though now that it's like warmed up more that I'm sitting out here, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not special anymore. So people might hate that. It's fine. You can hate this review all you want. That's just how I feel about this beer. It's a 91. It used to be world class, not for me anymore. So that's the 2018 vintage of KBS. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Maybe you got more coffee in yours. Maybe you got more chocolate. I don't know. Let's talk about it. If yours was just straight barrel woody oakiness like mine, hopefully someone else tasted that in their bottles. That's what this bottle is. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to say it's a letdown. It's just this beer used to have like this aura to it, and it's not there for me anymore. So I guess I'll see when everyone comments on it. But yeah, that's it. 91, 2018 vintage KBS. What do you guys think? See you guys soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.